Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Susie from Girl Gone Green, and today I'm going to be walking you through what I eat in a day. Yes. I've gotten this question so much, and I love watching these videos from other people, especially just seeing like what it looks like, what time they eat, all of that. And so I'm going to be sharing with you guys from breakfast to dinner what I eat and kind of how I go about preparing it, and typically like what it looks like. So I hope this is super helpful for you, especially when it comes to just getting clean, healthy eating food on the table. I know a lot of times it can be super intimidating to think about what am I gonna fix and how is this actually gonna happen each week, but I do it every week and I'm sharing with you how I do it. Also, I wanted you to know, if you haven't checked out my meal prep video, make sure and check that out. It is packed full of how I go about meal prepping and planning every single week. I have been doing this for so long. It is habit. It is something that I love to do. It keeps healthy food on the table for myself and my family. And so check that video out if you haven't already. Also, if you haven't subscribed yet, what are you waiting for? Hit that red button below and make sure you hit the bell notification so you'll be the first to know when I have a brand new video up. And if you haven't started following me on Instagram, head on over at Girl Gone Green on Instagram. I'm sharing my natural lifestyle, my kids, I'm just sharing everything on there. So head on over there, follow me at Girl Gone Green. And then if you haven't joined my Facebook group, Girl Gone Green Babes, I highly recommend it. There's over 2,300 of us just trying to live this natural lifestyle all the time. Questions get answered. It's super fun, it's super cool. So head on over there and join the Facebook group. Okay, so I'm gonna walk you through, like I said, from breakfast, lunch, and dinner. So without further ado, here is what I eat in a day. Okay, so in the morning for breakfast, I always kind of have something prepped and ready. I don't make anything because I'm usually crunched on time and I want it to be quick. So as you can see here, I have some of my pumpkin custard that I make before. It's like coconut milk, pumpkin, and then I add a little bit of protein powder with active whey protein powder and all that. But just in the pumpkin custard itself, it's just basically pumpkin, coconut, and then I add some chia seeds that are ground up, and I just heat that up over a stove, and then I'll pour it into those little ramekins. And then I add the active whey protein powder. I love this goat whey protein powder. It's seriously so good. It doesn't make me feel bloated or anything. I have a whole blog post on protein powder and why I chose this one, so I'm going to link it below for you so you can check it out. There's so much to know about protein, so you definitely want to make sure you have it dialed in because there's a lot of bad protein out there. I also add some of that coconut milk from Arroyo Day. It's my favorite. You can get it from Amazon just to kind of help mix up the protein powder. I know this probably doesn't look super appetizing, but it's so good. I just love pumpkin. I love that it's like creamy and it fills me up. It has like good fats, fiber, protein. And then once it's all mixed together, I will add some of my tiger nut granola. I'm kind of trying not to do like nuts a ton right now. My antibodies were a little bit higher, and so I'm sticking to like more tiger nut granola. So it's just tiger nut, sliced coconut flakes, just pretty basic with some maple syrup. And the protein powder adds some sweetness to the custard, just so you guys know, because it's sweetened with stevia. So if you're thinking, well, she didn't put anything in there, that's why. Okay, now I'm making my coffee. I absolutely love Purity coffee. This is what I use, decaf. I don't do caffeine really well, so I use the Purity coffee decaf. It's Swiss water processed, so there's no chemicals when they are extracting the caffeine from the beans. Purity coffee is hands down the best. It's so good. They are like mycotoxin free, organic. It's like a cut above everything. So I'm going to leave a link below to check it out. I have a whole blog post on why it's different if you want to read up more on why I chose it. So I always just make like an Americano basically in the morning. And then after that, I will add a little bit of coconut milk to it. And it's so good. Sometimes I'll add cinnamon or pumpkin pie spice or whatever, but usually it's just a little coconut milk and then water. But this coconut milk with the coffee is just so good. I mean, it's amazing. You will definitely be hooked once you try it. I actually had someone DM me the other day and they're like, oh my word, I tried the coconut milk in the coffee and it's hands down amazing. And I said, I know, right? It's so, so good. So anyways, definitely check it out if you haven't checked out that coconut milk. It just makes everything taste so creamy and good. So then after that, I'm just going to add a little bit of water once it's done. And it's just like my favorite thing ever. No, I really look forward to it every single day. So definitely check out Purity Coffee. Okay, so now we are on to lunch, and what I eat for lunch, it kind of varies, but I always eat the same thing for the week. So I don't vary it up every day because that's too much, and I keep it simple. So I've got some plantains that I prepped, and then I've got some sauteed kale, and then some ground turkey. So I cooked all this beforehand, and this is typically what I do is I prep a bunch of stuff. Like I said, if you haven't checked out my meal prep video, check that out. I'll link it below. But all I have to do now is just kind of add a little bit of avocado oil and then heat this up. And then I'm just basically just reheating it for lunch. And it's so quick and easy instead of having to cook it all at once. So this just saves me so much time and effort when it's lunchtime and busy and all of that. So again, I eat the same thing the whole week. I will literally just not deviate from that, and then for lunch and for breakfast. And the only time I deviate from it is for dinner. I will switch it up and eat something else. So yeah. So I'm just sauteing this here, and then once I'm done, it's pretty easy. I'm just going to add a couple things to the plate. As you can see, I have some carrots and some cucumbers that I already cut up. So I'm just going to add those to the plate. And then I also made some hummus. I love hummus with my veggies. It's like another kind of protein, and it's so easy to make and inexpensive compared to what you buy at the store. And it's not full of inflammatory oils. Most hummus is full of inflammatory oils. There's the hummus. I also added some pepperoncinis. I found these at Whole Foods, and I love pepperoncinis, but I never find organic, but they had some organic ones. So I've been adding them to a lot of things because they just are so good. And I will link a hummus recipe that I use below. It's super easy. I've been on an apple kick too, just because it's fall and I feel like the apples are especially tasty when they're so fresh. So I usually eat half an apple at lunch these days. And it's just so good. I'm all about the bowls though. If you guys haven't tried bowls, it's basically just mixing some of your favorite things like a protein, veggies, maybe a little fruit, and just putting it all together. It just kind of adds variety, and then I feel like I don't get bored throughout the week. I'm one of those people too though that can eat kind of the same thing. I'm not super picky, so plantains are awesome though. They're a good source of resistant starch, which feeds your good gut bacteria. So that's it. That's lunch. I've got some protein, fat, fiber, all the good things. So now I'm going to show you. Okay, so this is dinner. So it is cauli rice, and I have some chicken with mushrooms and carrots and peppers. It's basically like a coconut curry. It's amazing. I'm going to link the recipe for you guys. So easy to make. It literally took me less than it was 20 minutes. Cauliflower is from Costco, the organic cauliflower. Such a good deal. I always sub cauliflower rice for regular rice. It's just another way to get some good veggies in. And I'll cook regular rice for my kids a lot, or my husband, who maybe want a little bit more, substance. But I find the cauli rice is great for me. And they come in packages, so you can just use one package at a time, which is really nice. But yeah, that was kind of a day in the life, or a day in the life of what I eat, I guess. I only eat meals. I don't snack. I'm just pretty much, I feel way better when I don't do that. So I will have sometimes after dinner, if I want something sweet, this is kind of one of my go-tos. It's just frozen blueberries that I'll get out of the freezer, and then I add a little bit of coconut butter. It's kind of fatty, so I feel it helps fill me up a little bit more if I still feel a little hungry, or if I just am wanting something else. So I add a little bit of coconut butter to that, and then I'll also add a little sprinkling of cacao nibs. The coconut butter is kind of hard, so I just grind it out with a spoon. And then once I do that, I'll add a little bit of coconut or cacao nibs on top. But this just kind of like satisfies that sweet craving that I have. And just, yeah, it's kind of adds that crunch and everything, but I'm not getting like a big sugar hit or anything. It's just basically like some fat that helps to slow down that sugar progression from the blueberries, and I get good fiber from the blueberries too. So one of my favorite. Okay, I hope you guys really enjoyed that video and learned a few things along the way. I wanted to mention, if you haven't downloaded my 10 free ways to detox your home, I highly recommend you go and download it from my blog. All you have to do is go to growgongreen.com. I'm gonna leave the link below and it will pop up within a couple seconds of when you land on the home page. But these are not like 10 free gadgets that you have, or 10 gadgets you have to buy. These are 10 free things you can start implementing today in your home to detox it. And I think a lot of times people think you have to spend a ton of money and time, but really if you can just implement these 10 things, you're gonna be so much better off and on your way to even a cleaner lifestyle. So download that below, growgongreen.com. And if you like this video, make sure and give it a thumbs up. It helps more people see this content and helps other people live out a better, healthier, cleaner lifestyle when they see this. So until next week, have a great week.